Ms. Chhaya Sharma, a visionary leader in interior design, known for her attention to detail and innovative approach. From a background in technology, she founded Design Artec, blending luxury, functionality, and sustainability in her projects. Championing inclusiveness and local artisans, she aims to drive growth and innovation in the APAC region, embracing technology and sustainability for the future. Chaya will present a talk on achieving monsoon resilience with aesthetic appeal. So let's welcome Chaya.
Today we are talking about the monsoon. Monsoon, it gives us rain, which is great for our land and our crop. But on the other hand, sometimes it causes problems as well, like floods, landslide, damage to the infrastructure. So these challenges are more prominent in developing countries. How do we save human community from this disaster? And we, being an interior designers and architects, we have a high responsibility to create structure which can bear natural calamities like flood, heat, wave, cyclone during monsoons. So I'm here to present my ideas of saving buildings, infrastructures, and even interiors, and how can we make interiors and aesthetics, how can we make the functionality being more aesthetically pleasing by incorporating the ideas into interiors. So now let's simplify. So I'm going to talk about architectural ways as well. There are a few points that I would like to cover. Then I would like to majorly talk on interiors. How can we make it more pleasing, more good looking, and of course functional as well. So to keep buildings safe during the monsoon, we need to make sure water drains away from the building by using good drainage system. We can use material like metal, concrete, even brick, stone that can handle a lot of rain. Metal is one of the best material these days that we are using for the facades, which looks really good. We can even use good ventilation system to stop moisture building up inside. We can create wind corridors. Wind corridors is a new way of, I've seen this in a lot of societies, creating wind corridors so that, even if it's quite humid and it's quite hot, we can still create a lot of wind inside the society by creating wind corridors using different building structures. We should also try and make silt to prevent buildings from flooding, because you must have seen when there's a flood, so the people on the ground floor, they suffer the most. So we can have silt in the buildings to make sure they are protected. So these are few architectural material details that we can use to make it monsoon free. And so for material like concrete and brick stone material that can also handle a lot of rain without getting damaged. We can also use special coating and treatment to protect buildings from water by using the right material and design. So this is about architectural detail. Now I'm going to move to the interior part, which is my forte. So here are some innovative interior design techniques and features that promote natural ventilation and reduced reliance on mechanical cooling system, particularly during humid monsoon systems. So the first part I'm going to cover is how do we take care of the humidity in interiors. So I'll start with the cross ventilation. So designing spaces with windows on opposite walls can create a lot of cross ventilation, and that is really very important when you are creating a house, because so opening on different walls, especially the opposite walls, can create a natural breeze flow throughout the space, helping it to cool it down and reduce humidity. That is one way that we can use to reduce the humidity in the houses. The second way to do that is using, so we have to have windows which are openable windows to have a lot of ventilation inside the house. So using and installing windows and doors that can be open and to allow fresh air to circulate freely is another way to go about it. The third way to do this is to create atrium. Though every house doesn't have a lot of space, but if we have an opportunity to create courtyard or atriums, then that can also do a lot of circulation of air. And these open areas can act as natural ventilation. Open air areas act as natural ventilation channel, drawing cool air in the building and expel hot air upward. So that is one of the techniques that we can use to make the house free of humidity. Then skylight and celestial windows is another way that we can follow to have less humidity in any of the houses, because this also allow warm air to rise and escape while cooler air is drawn in the lower part. So the hot air goes upside and the cooler air goes downside. This technology is mostly used in most of the bigger buildings or bigger size house. But yeah, if you can make one of the skylight area, then that's really good for to take care of the humidity. Of course, ventilation and shafts and chimneys is another way to go about it. So if you can integrate ventilation shaft or chimneys into the building design to create a natural conventional effect. So warm air rises through the shafts, creating suction that pulls in cooler air from the lower level, promoting airflow and reducing humidity. Green roof, how in it is these days. We can create green roofs or walls as well, installing green plants, natural plants, the original plants on the walls with the dripping system, so that they are also watered timely. Can also be installed to reduce humidity and to create a cool environment in the house. Then breezeways and porches are also one of the ways. That's why people so if you have an open area, or even if it is like open closed area, kind of indoor outdoor space can also be created for breezeways. Natural material and finishes. I'm quite fond of natural material and finishes. I've done a lot of houses using bamboos, rattan, clay. Again, we can use Indian craftsmanship in this, because there are a lot of craftsmen who create things like this, which is really good to reduce humidity. That's why coastal areas, especially, we have done a lot of houses wherein we've used, these materials. They absorb a lot of moisture and regulate humidity levels and create more, airy houses. So this is one of the best materials that we can use to reduce the humidity in any of the areas. Of course, ceiling fans. Everyone knows that we can use ceiling fans to reduce humidity, because coolers, those air, of course, air conditioner is on another way, but ceiling fans and ventilation fan, installing these fans can increase the airflow and can promote air circulation. So these are few of the ways that we can use to manage humidity level in the house during monsoons. Now, how interior designing plays part into so interior designing principles and material selection plays a crucial role in enhancing monsoon resilience within structure, while ensuring both aesthetic appeal and practical functionality during the raining season. So here is how we do that. So one thing we need to make sure is that we use water resistant material. It can be anything. It can be porcelain, tiles, vinyl floor, sealed hardwood can also withstand moisture without wrapping or deteriorating. So we have to use material, because for wet areas you can't go for wooden flooring. So during monsoon, it's always better. We have floors like this, and we choose materials which are damage free when there's water. The second one is the proper drainage and ventilation that is also required. So incorporating interior design element that promote proper drainage and ventilation helps prevent water accumulation and moisture buildup. This includes installation slopy floors and strategically placed drains and ensure adequate airflow through windows, vents, and exhaust fan. Modular and flexible furniture. So you must have seen a lot of materials are available these days online. You can always, so about there's a lot of water repellent. So if you have cushions, let's say, or you have soft furniture, you can cover those. You can create covers which are removable covers with the help of water resistant material that can quickly be dried up and can be cleaned in case of water ingress. so that you otherwise, you must have noticed that peculiar smell during monsoon. So, washing the covers for all of the furniture is really necessary. So we can use removable covers for all of your loose furniture, soft furniture. Light is, of course, it plays an important part. Sunlight is the most important part of our lifestyle. So we have to make sure that we have huge windows in our house, especially where we can get good sun. It helps in reducing the moisture inside our house during the rainy season, and you get the fresh air inside as well. So you have to maximize the natural light into interior space. So you can't be just dependent on the artificial light all the time. That's why bigger windows in the house, it always helps. Storage solutions. So especially in coastal areas, the rainfall is so it's always on the peak. So that's why we have to have a specific area in the storage for things, your gears, your wet gears, like umbrellas, raincoat, and boots. So you can always have a rack at the foyer area, or maybe a basket just for the umbrellas, which you can always put when it's required when you come out of the come from outside. So that is another way to make sure your interiors are they always look fresh. And indoor greenery and biophilic design. Integrating indoor plants and biophilic design elements into interior space not only enhancing aesthetic appeal, but also contribute to monsoon resilience. Plants can help improve indoor air quality, regulate humidity level, and create a connection to nature. It's another way to go about it. Durable fabrics, as we have discussed earlier as well, we have to have fabrics which are durable and resistant to water and stains. Using these kind of fabrics will help you dry cleaning it again and again, because in monsoon you always you sometimes get that seepage smell. So you can always get it treated, or you can always get it dry cleaned if it is required. So you have to have fabrics which are durable, long lasting. Synthetic fabrics are always have an upper hand. High grade fabrics are always have an upper hand. So you better use treated textiles, which is ideal for upholstery during monsoon prone regions. So this is about the measures that you can always take and things that you can take care of during monsoons to make sure that your house looks aesthetically pleasing, and it always gives you that fresh vibe inside the house.
Thank you, Chhaya, for sharing that exciting submission on achieving monsoon resilience with aesthetic appeal.